This angle question is fairly easy. We just want to find E, H, G. So very naturally, right, we want to find this angle here because it's part of the triangle. This is simply 180 minus 150, 60. Yeah. So what remains to be found is this other part of the triangle, which takes a little bit more effort. This is how it works. You have to find this portion first. $64. We could find the other portion here. 96. Sorry, 98. Being 180 minus 15 minus 64. So this is the same. 98. So the final answer is 180 minus 98 minus 60. So let's see what that is. It says 120 degrees. So this completes the first question. Second question, once again, is a construction question which most children usually tend to not do. So first, let's just start with A. A, B, C, A, B, and B, C form two sides of a rhombus, right? So remember what is a rhombus? Rhombus is a square that has been flattened. So the natural shape will be like that. So obviously D will have to be somewhere at the bottom. The second property is that all sides has to be equal. So let's say like 5 cm each side, right? This is how to draw the last side being equal. If you compare A to B, it's actually 1 upward movement and 3 right movement. So from A to D, right, it will be 1 downward movement and 3 right movements. D should be here. Let's double confirm with C. Okay, from B to C is 3 rightwards movement and 1 downwards movement. So from C is to D is 1 downward movement and 3 leftward movement. So yeah, confirm that is D, right? Okay, so let's erase all of this and mark D nicely. Okay. So this is the rhombus for part A. Okay, the second part, they said there's a trapezium. Okay, so what's a trapezium? Trapezium means there are 2 parallel lines. And then the other sides can be like that, open up, or it can be closed up. Yeah. Or it can even be one side open and one side closed. It doesn't really matter. But the main thing is you need to have one pair of parallel lines. Okay. So AB form one side already. So AB is sealed. We must make sure we know whatever it is, the other line must be aligned with this line. Okay. It must be in touch with this line. Now AB is parallel to EF. So EF can be somewhere around here or somewhere around here. Yeah. Okay. F is twice of AB. Okay, so we just need to make sure we count that in later on. Now the last thing is said that AD equals AF, and that we need to complete the drawing of the trapezium such that it doesn't overlap the rhombus. So in order for the trapezium not to overlap the rhombus, this drawing it this side is out of the question. It has to be on the top side. Okay. It has to be on the top side. So let's just remove all of this. So now let's carefully plan how we want to draw. AB is parallel to EF. So to be parallel to AB, the line must be the same gradient as AB. So it will be 3 steps to the right and 1 step upwards. Okay, 3 steps to the right, 1 step upwards. And the length of EF is twice of AB, so it has to be like that. This will be the line. This is how it looks like. We haven't drawn it in yet, but that's how it should be. Okay, the last thing we need to know is DAF form a straight line. So DAF have to form a straight line. And it will go like that. So AF should be somewhere around here. So then after that, we copy that same line upwards. It will be here. Then, so that is parallel to AB. Is it twice of AB? Yes. Because AB is move 3 and go up once, right? This time around is move 3, move 6, and go up twice. So the final answer, this is the final answer. I'm just marking the last alphabet. Yeah, so this is E. This is the shape. Now that's to double check every single thing. AB forms one side, correct? AB is parallel to EF, correct? EF is double of AB, correct? DAF form the straight line. Yes, we have the straight line here. And AD equals AF. See, this is the same. So this is the answer for the trapezium. The third question is a speed question. Let's see what it tells us. Mr. To left B for C at 11 a.m. So Mr. To was here. Okay, Mr. To at 11 a.m. went this way. Okay. Mr. Lee, the second guy, he left A at 12. So Mr. Lee, he left here at 12. So it's 1 hour later, right? Now, because it's 1 hour later, right? By the time 1 hour has passed, Mr. T would have traveled 1 hour already. And because the speed is 60, right? Mr. T would have been 60 km. Now, because this is a catch-up question, right? A catch-up question. What it means is Mr. Lee, the faster guy, has to move at the same time as Mr. T and eventually catch up somewhere here. I mean, we don't know where it's at, but it's somewhere. Okay. So really the distance you want to take care of, or the difference in distance you want to take care of, is the entire portion between in weight, which is 60 kilometers plus the distance between A and B, 15. Okay. So the difference, the extra that Mr. Lee need to travel to catch up is another 75 kilometers. Okay, with all this in mind, right, let's do this using a table because it's the best way to do it. So it's a table. Speed, distance. And we keep it a bit further because time is inverse from the other two. So by keeping it further a bit, we will remember. It's just a way for us to remember that it's different. So T difference. Okay, now let's start. Who's the faster one? Me, right? So T is 60. T is 80. What is the difference in speed? Then what else do we have? We know that after the end of the catching, someone has to travel more, right? Someone has to travel 75 kilometers more. Okay. And actually, that's all the information that's provided from the story. But as we can remember, the ratio between speed and distance is the same. So if speed is 60 is to 80, distance will be, well, we can go for a smaller number, 6 is to 8. And because this ratio, we call it units. Now, since this is ratio and it's units, and the difference is 75 kilometers, we can straight away call 75 kilometers 2 units. Okay. It's equals 75 km. 137. So with this, right, we surely can calculate exactly how far they traveled already. Okay. So 6 units, let's use a calculator. 5. Notice it's very obvious. They are 75 kilometers apart. Okay. So we can fill all this in already. 5k. Garbage, okay. So in order to find how far they traveled or how long they took, right? Very simple. You got speed, you got distance, so you just need to find the time. So for those of us who cannot remember how to find time, just remember the triangle. Distance is on top because distance come before the rest, right? If you look at alphabetical order, so distance come before the rest, it starts on top, and S and T will be below. So what do we want to find? T, right? So if you want to find T, we slice T out. So T is equals to distance over speed. So with this, we can just find the distance over speed. Okay, so let's find for Mr. T. Mr. T's distance is 225, his speed is 60. So time taken, 3 hours 45. Okay. How about the other guy? 330, 300 divided by 80. Also the same, 3 hours 45 minutes. You will ask me, why am I calculating this thing twice? We want to confirm that the time is the same because this timer is, from which point? It's from this point forward for Mr. T, and for Mr. L is from this point forward. Basically, the time when they were moving together. Okay? Moving together. It's not when moving alone. So what time did Mr. Lee catch up with Mr. T? Well, Mr. Lee started at 12 noon, right? So 12 noon plus 3 hours and 45 minutes will be 3:45